heartbreaking. I've been here for 2 years, so it's going to be kind of sad transitioning.
City leaders called the Brooklyn Center Walmart closure a devastating and a major economic loss to our region. Now, 1 week later, another setback for the city. Brooklyn Center now has one less sit-down restaurant for people to enjoy. As Delane Cleveland reports, 1 week after Walmart announced its departure from Shingle Creek Crossing, nearby Applebee's abruptly closed its doors for good.
It's a restaurant known for being your neighborhood bar and grill. And for years, Applebee's served that role in Brooklyn Center.
I've eaten at this Applebee's several times, and it's a neighborhood bar and grill, like it says, and it's always had a nice atmosphere.
Yet anyone visiting the Brooklyn Center Applebee's Wednesday afternoon was greeted with a sight of boarded-up windows, furniture being hauled into a massive U-Haul, and a sign directing customers to locations in New Hope, Maple Grove, and Fridley.
There's another DoorDash order that we probably can't get. We got to go into Fridley for that.
People who frequent this area expressed their disappointment.
It's kind of unfortunate that several businesses in this area are closing. Target's gone. Target's been gone for a long time.
It's terrible that businesses are going away because the people who don't have transportation, they have no place to go now.
Applebee's is just the latest high-profile business to vacate Shingle Creek Crossing. Last August, Discount Tire closed up shop, and on April 21st, Walmart plans to do the same.
I'm kind of surprised, but I'm not surprised because of the fact that, some people have really gotten out of hand with, thieves and, stealing, and it's hurting the bottom line with a lot of these businesses.
While none of these businesses have specifically mentioned crime as the reason for their departure, people we spoke to believe it played a role.
Crime is everywhere. I get it.
I really feel like crime is a factor. I can't deny that.
Whatever the case may be, the restaurant that uses the slogan, "Eating good in the neighborhood," won't be a factor in this neighborhood going forward.
There isn't any place to go in and sit down that isn't really fast food.
In Brooklyn Center, Delane Cleveland, CCX News.
CCX News reached out to Applebee's Media Relations Department for an explanation for the closure, but our request was not immediately returned. In Plymouth, a motorsports company that has its U.S. headquarters in that city is planning an expansion that would more than double the size of its workforce. CF Moto is best known for its motorcycles and ATVs. It currently leases space at a business park in southwest Plymouth, but the company wants to build its own facility, which is currently under construction in the northeast part of the city. With the relocation, the company plans to increase its Plymouth workforce from 40 to more than 80 employees within 3 years. The company is seeking state job funds to help fund the expansion. Golden Valley is trying a different approach when it comes to its summer scooter service downtown. Rusty Ray explains.
Not that scooters are a main source of transportation in Golden Valley, but
we have some transit service, but a lot of it is pretty low frequency. Where the scooters or bicycles can really fill that need is those short trips between Brookview to downtown. They're really meant for that quick bopping between locations in a small area.
The city usually contracts with a company to put 50 scooters on the streets for rental during the summer months. For the past couple of years, Golden Valley contracted with Bird Scooters. This year, though, it's teaming up with Hopkins and St. Louis Park in its search for a new contract. Strength in numbers across 3 West Metro cities.
Obviously, we're not Minneapolis, St. Paul in terms of population and kind of transit-oriented cityscape. So by pooling our resources here a little bit, we're hoping that adding a little bit of competitive mix here, just knowing that we have lower numbers in terms of riders on a daily basis.
To keep people moving all summer long. In Golden Valley, Rusty Ray, CCX News.
Right now, the cities have fewer than 5 proposals in from different companies, and they hope to have approval for the contract by the middle of April, with scooters back ready for rental by the end of May. A former interim superintendent of Robbinsdale area schools is now taking on a state leadership job focused on improving the lives of Black Minnesotans. Stephanie Barrage will become the state's chief equity officer. It's a new state government role that will advise the Walz administration on tackling racial disparities. Barrage is currently the state's deputy education commissioner. She will start her new job in a few weeks in the state's new Equity and Opportunity Office. It certainly doesn't feel like spring outside, and that made the second annual Polar Plunge at Champlin Park High School feel even more polar. Students and staff took a frigid plunge on a day when temperatures were barely above freezing. The school set up a dunk tank in the parking lot to test their willpower. Those who braved the elements, more than 130 in all, were supporting a good cause. The event raised money for Special Olympics of Minnesota and Champlin Park's Unified Club, which brings together students with and without cognitive disabilities. It's the club's biggest fundraiser of the year.
Special Olympics is great in supporting us, and we did this last year and it was so fun. We wanted to do it again this year, and we're going to keep going with it.
Thursday's Polar Plunge helped raise more than $13,000 and counting.